Yeah, that would work. And kind of get our program together for turn on things. And the truck. Yeah, cases of yours.
We'll bang them both out that night.
One more minute.
It's a mystery.
Those,
Nope, it must be, maybe somebody left from the fire department up here, I don't know.
all right, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. Please join me for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Today's date is April 8th, 2019, and it is your Motley City, Redwood City Council meeting. Roll call, Lacey.
Councilmember Hutchison,
Here,
Councilmember O'Regan,
There.
Councilmember Carlson,
Here.
Mayor Yoder,
Here.
and Councilmember Johnson is absent.
Yep. Can you guys hear us back there? Okay. Public hearing, I need a motion that we open a public hearing regarding some monies for the city revolving loan fund. Anybody want to make that motion?
So moved.
Motion made by O'Regan, looking for a second.
I'll second that.
Second by Carlson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. We are in a public hearing. Does anybody from the public want to talk about the transfer of monies currently held at the city revolving loan fund to the North Central Economic Development Association and a local development organization? Anyone? All right, don't look like we have anybody. So I need a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Carlson, looking for a second.
I would second that.
Second by Hutchinson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, we're now into our regular meeting. Any additions or deletions to the agenda? All right, then I'm looking for a motion to accept consent agenda from A to F.
I would make that motion.
Motion made by Hutchinson, looking for a second.
Second.
Second by O'Regan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. So agenda requests, we have Sprinkle and Sprouts Garden Club. Francis, you're up.
Oh, you want me to?
You can just stand right there if you want.
Well, actually, I have something
Okay.
for you guys. This is just a copy of how we spend our money,
Okay.
the money that you so generously give us.
Thank you.
So we did this because we had heard that you were kind of concerned about where we spend our money, the money that you give us.
Right,
It is only spent here in Motley.
perfect.
It's never spent anyplace else. You know, we do the barrels and the post office, and then we also, I've given you each a copy of our insurance, because we spend it on that also. So
Okay.
we have to have insurance. So I just wanted to assure you that that's where we spend our money. And if you would like to give us more, we would appreciate that. Sometimes our plants last couple of years, it's been about three and a half, but sometimes it's more, it, you know, if we have extra barrels and, okay, that was 1 year. Okay?
Do you guys do a contract with plants or do you just go buy them wherever?
Well,
We try to get them wherever we can get them for the best price. So we
Okay.
do quite a bit of research before we actually order them.
Have you guys ever thought about checking with the Amish?
well,
That's who
actually,
we're working with this year.
Okay,
yeah, they're,
my wife has beautiful flowers and she just couldn't believe how cheap they were
Yeah.
compared to regular. So, I mean, if we could get some of them there maybe, you know,
well, our hope is to get most of them,
right? That'd be nice.
from the Lone Tree, I think it's called.
Okay.
I suppose there's a number of them, but this one is out on Red Hill Drive or something like that.
Okay.
I've never been there. That's what we're doing this year.
Okay.
But we've gone to a number of different nurseries.
Okay. All right, what do you guys think? Well, we found out last year we cannot give the 10% money, so that's out of the question. But we could do, there's two options we have, I suppose. This one would be to basically pay for the flowers and get or we could pay for them to do the flowers and they'd have to give us would that be a problem if we did? We
What?
gave you money to do the basically hiring you to do the flowers in the city, then you'd give us a receipt back saying that, you know, an invoice saying labor, plants, I mean, even if you know, something like this, and then, because here's the deal, last year we gave you guys 10% money, which is money, gambling money that we get a percentage of for the city, for anybody that has gambling in town. There's strategic things we can do with it, and we thought we could probably give it to you guys, we found out we couldn't. So we had to get it out of the main the regular other account, so we can't do that this year. So we're looking at other ways of doing it without,
So for us, you want us to get an invoice?
well, you could write us up an invoice. There's two ways we can do it. Lacey, you wanna explain what we had
Yeah,
talked about earlier?
so I had contacted our auditor to find out if there was a way we could do that. And they said if it was a charge for services, so we got an invoice from you guys for doing the flowers, we could do it. Or, like I suggested last year, we could actually pay the invoice for like the flowers or whatever that were going into Motley and actually paying that.
Pay that invoice.
Pay that bill.
So are you saying that for all the service, all the time we put in, taking care of the flowers and planting them and,
Well, what we're saying is, if we, like, let's say we decide to give you, as an example, $600 like we did last year. You could write up a bill saying, hey, for services for town, for the barrels and flowers, and watering them for $600 and give it to us.
Oh, sure.
That's what we're,
sure we can.
We can.
We keep our in-kind hours is what we call them
sure,
on
something like that would help us.
our
Yeah.
calendars.
But, yeah. Or you could, charge the plants, the soil, the Miracle Grow, all those other things you could put on the invoice.
Oh, and just write up an invoice.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
just
two-
so we have
Oh,
something on
absolutely.
file to go with our
Oh, yeah.
paperwork for the auditors.
Yeah.
So was it 4 years ago that I came just because I wanted to find out about insurance?
Mm-hmm, yep,
And you didn't want us in your insurance policy.
no.
You said we didn't want to be on it.
That was
But,
in 2017.
right, so, but what we can't give for the insurance, but we can give for services,
Oh,
so
okay.
you guys,
Alright.
if you get, all we need is a bill.
All right,
Okay,
we'll do that.
Or not a bill, yeah, a bill.
an invoice
Essentially.
sort of type of thing.
Yeah, just try to type it in there.
And I can help you if
She
you have
can help you
questions
with that.
about it, I can
Oh,
help,
yeah, we can
whatever.
do that. Yep.
Somebody wanna make a motion, what you wanna give?
Where would we take the money from?
We have, a couple options, you can take it out of, you can do the general fund or the, reserves, I suppose.
General fund, if we have it there, I'd be okay with that. Reserves, I would question that myself.
No, we're gonna have a little, I don't know if we wanna do this, but we're gonna have we're gonna have a little into the council training, we could take some out of each of them, mayor and the council. Can we do that?
You can change the allocation of those funds, yep.
out of the council training.
Oh, we do two. We could do, what it was when we did last year, we did 600, I think, right?
Yes.
2017 was 500, 2018 was 600.
We could do
So we got, what, 2,000 in the council training?
3.
Three?
Mayor and council together
Yeah,
is 3
Take it out of the
total.
Superman. Because the way the expense of the training is coming down, it should give us plenty. That's what we're only concerns, we haven't flipped. It looks like we're good, so. Yeah, if we took the money out of there, I would be okay with making the motion to give them 600.
We're sacrificing.
Yeah, we're sacrificing.
We all sacrifice.
With the last 2 years, both of them have been over 700, pretty close. I mean,
Are you guys getting money from any results?
We get, the American Legion,
Okay,
they give us money for the park, the Veterans Park.
Okay.
We do that also. And
Yeah, we get some from the Lions too.
I think they gave us 100,
They get us a couple hundred.
did they? Yeah. So we do get from
I
them
was just
too.
gonna say Lions, yeah.
We have to buy supplies for the tractor and that we use to water the plants with.
Yeah.
And our water wagon and, so we don't end up with a lot of extra money, but
Yeah, but we do get,
okay.
those 2 donations.
I was just thinking of going.
do you know anybody else we can
700.
contact for donations?
I mean,
That's fine.
it's just my thought.
Okay,
Oh, no, the Lions, give them some money, and the Legion will give them some money, I think they'll be covered if we give them 600. So, I mean, I don't want to short them, but I think they'll be
Yeah.
covered.
Well, if you wanna make a motion?
Just make the motion.
Okay.
We're gonna take the money out of the training funds. Okay.
For the council and mayor. Training fund. Okay, I have a motion from, you wanna go ahead and verbalize it?
I'll make a motion for, give them $600 coming out of the training funds for the council and the mayor.
I'll second that.
Okay, a motion by O'Regan, second by Carlson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next year, we're gonna take it out of the employees. Just kidding. Truck fund.
We just budget for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If that's a plan.
yes, we can.
We'll be in touch.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, ladies. Are you guys gonna have them out for June Fest?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Will they be
That's the
out?
middle of June.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
good.
Garage sales?
come to our plant sale on the 1st of June and buy all the plants and it'll give us more money.
We will. Don't tell my wife that.
Huh?
Don't tell my wife that. She will be there.
Okay, tell her that.
She always is buying plants.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, June Fest Committee Chamber, Brittany Borish. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany, West Chamber. I also have something to hand out as well. So you've got the permit and things that we have requested.
Yep,
Financial support as we have in the past, so we're just asking for the same. I'm handing you this, just because this explains like where the run is going to be, so we're to block it off. Where we would like block offs. There's extras. Let's see what.
That's a lot.
So we are asking for the financial support like we have in the past, the public works employees for their help and also for the my department and the police. We'll have the parade like it was last year. The vendors, the same as they were last year. And then the run, as you can see where those will be. We are adding a 4-mile run just to add some more adults to the mix and because that's what was requested last year for it. So we are going to try that out and see how that will pan out with the adults coming and maybe enticing more participation. We are planning on doing a raffle with the Lions. We're doing $5 tickets. They're going to be cash prizes. this will help fund some of those things that we decided to add this year, such as a lumberjack show. Frank had brought it to the committee as something that we've done in the past with the logging of this community. So we thought bringing some of that history back would be great and boost up some June Fest participation as well. So we are looking at getting some bigger sponsorships for those kinds of things to bring in more for that. We do have a few that we do have that want to, we just don't have amounts yet. So
Were you having the lumberjack show in the fairgrounds?
where am I having it?
Yeah.
I can't hear.
Were you having the lumberjack show?
We were looking at having it, I've been working with Bruce as well, looking at having it right next to the post office.
Okay,
They've given us dimensions of what they would need.
okay.
And so we thought that would work out pretty good. So the lumberjack show will be free, we can't cut that off from anybody. Plus, like I said, it's history, we want to share that. So,
Okay.
so that'll be open to everybody, we'll just kind of have free will offering if anything there. One of the other things that we are planning to add is the bull riding. We'll have that kind of in that same area, the grass by Northland Grocery. You have to help me out here. Yeah, okay, so, and that's gonna be later in the evening, and that's kind of to keep people around, till the band starts and the fireworks go off. So it's just kind of a mediocre thing.
These are tame bulls?
It actually is a company that's coming, they will set it up, they have full insurance for it and everything, so everything is taken care of with that. They just request that one of us stay there, they stay with it the whole time as well, so.
Perfect.
That's good. And the other thing that we were going to add this year is a kickball tournament, or we're going to try to add that, just so we can get all ages, you know, kind of promote exercise and community growth and things like that. So hopefully that'll take off
Sounds
as well.
fun.
Is there anything else that we added? And then we'll have the wing competition and what's this for next as well. So one of the things we are asking for is to have the outside liquors sales as it was, I believe outside of Jordan Harbor there,
Okay.
from 10 High.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot to cover.
You guys have any questions for her? Anybody?
Sounds like a good time.
I wanna see you on the bull.
It's been many years.
We do have our expense and revenue that you should have gotten.
Yeah,
And it
but
pretty much comes out to the same, so the raffles and such will help us with that increase of cost of the new
okay,
items.
thank you. You guys, what did we give them last year for 3,000?
I wanted to say 3,000. Is it 3?
Yes, it was 3,000. If I can just
Go ahead.
point out the one thing that the staff had noted, which was me on page 22, is that I need to confirm that the location where the alcohol is being served is insured under the liquor licensee's policy, so we'll need to get that
That would be
before the event.
Jordan's hardware, correct?
If that's the location, yes.
It will be in her parking lot.
I mean, it's 10 High, needs to make sure their
I think they
insurance
had it on
covers
that
that
sidewalk
location.
last
That's
year.
where they had it. Yeah. So I would just ask that the council, if they're approving the permit, approve it with that caveat.
So now this is only the permit, not the donation, correct?
Um,
Or is it
Or is
wrapped together?
Both.
Well, she talked about all of it, but we're going to, first of the order, they're asking for staff, special permit application, staff and special permit application. Is there another
Donation,
is there a donation on there or no?
support and donation
donation,
request. Special event permit
Let's just do,
application.
let's
So just do the one at a
do the
time.
one at a time.
Okay.
So need a motion to, approve the permits.
Permit application.
I will make a motion to approve the permit application as long as the insurance covers the location of the beer gardens.
Okay.
Second.
A motion made by Carlson, second by O'Regan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And I'll be looking for a motion for funding.
We gave them 3,000 last year.
And their budget's about the same. Your budget's about the same this year as it was last year, isn't it?
For the June
June
Fest,
Fest, yeah.
in sense, yes, like I said, we added the few extra revenues just to cover a few extra expenses, so.
10%
As of the budget,
Yeah.
it will come out to be about the same,
Yeah, we can
200
do-
off, but
We can
that's just
use
the
10%, I'm
flexibility
sure I
that
asked.
I have.
We can use 10% funds on this, can't we?
Correct.
I'd make a motion, we give them $3,000 as we did last year.
And I would second that.
Okay, motion made by Reagan, second by Hutchison. Any more discussion?
Is the 3,000, is that enough to cover? I mean,
If we get the same response as we did last year, and we're hoping for more, obviously, with that extended things that we're offering, it should be, yes.
Okay.
So
Anything
we
else?
are going after bigger donor, or bigger sponsorships for those, bigger shows,
Okay.
just for those in particular, so hopefully we'll be able to
Covered.
be equal or profitable.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And then we should probably do a motion for the in-kind services to let the Public Works help out.
There may be a few things that we had talked about, Darcy possibly helping with
Okay.
the event too. So if you guys are okay with her also providing some services and
Okay.
myself if necessary, I would
We
throw
could make
that
a
in
motion,
there.
was gonna say,
make a
please.
motion as that, is that our employees can help.
do a blanket over the entire,
I would think so, yeah.
That covered Jason too. Not gonna get out of it this time.
I'll make a motion that we authorize in-kind services by city employees as needed
For this event.
for the event, based on employees' availability.
Okay. I have one motion by O'Regan, looking for a second.
I'll second that.
Second by Carlson. Any more discussion? You wanna add council to that too? Just kidding.
I'll add the mayor to that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna miss it.
You did last year, didn't you?
No, I was up there.
Oh, you-
I missed it last year.
Oh,
I'll miss it
You
again
drove me
this
on
year too,
stage.
though.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you for what you guys do.
Yeah, thank you very
We
much.
appreciate it. It's been fun to watch you guys put that together. Next year I'll do a little request though. I want some
Some what?
comedy.
Comedy?
Comedy or storytelling.
Okay, we can make that happen.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Everybody likes to laugh.
Absolutely.
But the bull riding might be fun too, so.
Hey, you know, we like change things up, so.
Yeah.
I'll make note.
All right, we're gonna move on. Looks like we have the oil recycling station, East Side Oil, Patty Carlson.
Nope,
Or are we-
skipped one.
What are we doing here?
Fire
Fire
truck.
truck. Fire truck, that's right. Fire truck, by Hyman Fire Equipment.
So if you guys remember last month, I gave you an approximate number in your packet. And this time around, they've come back with quite an extensive book here with the specs on it and a more detailed, basically our final number. So if you have any questions, I have a couple salesmen here that are more than capable of answering anything you throw at them.
No, it will be the yellow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That was
And,
my-
and the picture we have in here is just an example. The spec drawing is actually what it's gonna look like. But
Is it a 4-door?
no,
No, 2-door.
How long do you guys typically keep these? You guys have had fire trucks for quite a while,
we
haven't
have
you?
one out there that's 1981. And that's-
81.
That's the one that's getting ready
Gonna
to
replace it? Okay. So you guys get a lot of longevity out of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I don't have much questions because I think you guys had a committee, right?
Yeah.
Look at this and put it together what you guys want, and
Yeah.
it's typically what we've done for years.
And we went to past firefighters and had them go through the specs and see if there was anything we missed. And then we also took it to our mechanic, and had him go through it and see if there was anything that he wanted changed in
So it's thorough,
Yeah, yeah, we've got quite a few hours into this, so.
okay,
I'm gonna go with their judgment on it.
yeah. You guys good? Any questions for him?
No, I was in.
It'd be a waste of you guys' time to come here, but
Well,
unless you guys wanna,
And we get it next week, right?
I'm told 12 to 14 months that it will be here. And I guess I don't know where we go from here if you approve to purchase it. There is some cost savings if we get a contract signed by the 15th.
Yeah, I'll address that. My name is Stan McGrath. I'm with Hyman Fire Equipment. Brian Kershaw and I work together. So yeah, we have been working with your fire department since January, I think we started out. And they have a list of needs and specifications that they desire, and we listen and we write them down, and then we take them back and submit them to our engineer down there, and then they turn them into a specification and a drawing, and then we bring it back, and then they, you know, this, we like this, we don't like this, we like this, we don't like this, and then we redo the spec and engineering process, and then, you know, this normally takes multiple meetings, and it did again this time. And then we came back with firm, and we always bring back budgetary pricing until a fire department asks us for firm bid pricing. And the fact that you guys were getting near making a decision, they asked for firm pricing. And then we also had one other thing going, is that every winter/spring, well, if there's some price adjustment due to inflation, it happens. And this year, it was about, it's gonna happen right around April 15, April 17, and we brought this to the attention, I think, a couple months ago. And it just, you know, our goal is to be pushy. These fire trucks take time. They often, you know, sometimes they take multi-years. But if there is gonna be a price adjustment, we want people to be aware of it. This year, it's about a 4%. You're talking $12,000. So, you know, in their case, they thought perhaps this decision could be made in time for that to take effect. And so we are drawing there, but they do have firm pricing. I think we've got the spec very, very close. And if we were the successful bidder, we give the fire department one more chance to make any changes after signing of contract. We come back and do a pre-construction meeting approximately 45 days later. So any last minute, oh, we forgot, we should have put a light here or a light there, or, you know, this discharge, we really want it over here. We can make changes at that point to get it right, and then after that pre-construction meeting, the spec is final. But yeah, they take, because every one of them is different, every fire department. You know, we had space considerations was a big one to work with here. We had an overall length that we had to deal with, and overall height that we had to deal with, and we worked through all that. So, I mean, every one of these is different from the last one, and they're all very custom. I think the spec turned out to be 150 pages long, and everyone's got a copy, but I think we worked through it, and it's pretty clear, I think, to the members on the committee of what's all there. And yeah, it's they take over a year. We used to get them done in a year, but the chassis, we've had long lead times where we used to get commercial chassis in 4 or 5 months because the economy is awfully strong in North America. We're waiting 8, 9 months before we can get the chassis, and until we get the chassis there, we can't get a build slot in the plant. Rosenbauer is the brand that we represent. They're the largest manufacturer of fire apparatus in the world. They've got one of their plants, North American plants, is just outside of Sioux Falls, and one is just outside of Minneapolis. This one would be built at the Sioux Falls plant. They build about 800 trucks a year there. And so at any time, they've got 70 trucks under construction at some shape or form. So until the chassis gets there, you can't get a build slot. And once it gets there, then you can. It takes about 70 to 90 days to actually build the truck once they start. But the chassis gets there, and we know once they know it's there, then they get the build spot. All this stuff is well ordered, you know, pumps and all that stuff are ordered well in advance. But yeah, it's 14, 16 months on trucks right now.
so what does the city need to do if they wanna do this and get that discount? approved. We need to approve, and then this is a hard number, this is what it's gonna cost them.
It is. There's a couple things that, I'll just pull this out and get my glasses on, so we're all looking at the same thing. One of the things is, in the case of every manufacturer is a little different. Some want a substantial deposit with the order. It just gets down to the financial strength of the builder. They may need some of your money to finance the project, is why they ask for deposits. In the case of Rosenbauer, they'll take no money down and they'll take a payment in full on delivery if that's your choice. But they will give you a discount here, and they have that mentioned, that when the chassis arrives, if you choose to pay for the chassis in full at that time, they'll give you a deduct from the purchase price of $3,495. And most customers seem to, with interest rates where they're at today, most folks either from general funds or going down to the bank, they can, borrow money and come out ahead on cost of money and the discount. Almost everyone pays for the chassis when it gets here. But there's no obligation, in which case you would just pay for the, in this case, the $300,722 in full on delivery of the vehicle. Now, we're using consortium pricing on this project at the city's request. There are some benefits for the city. You guys have done consortium with, in this case, it's Sourcewell, which is a company that's very close by, but they travel all over America. It's a big organization, but so you've done some business with Sourcewell, maybe through your school or who knows what. So there's several benefits to use consortium pricing. I'm not going to go there. It's in depth, and then you've done some research on that, I think. But one other thing that is available to your city is that in the case of Sourcewell, as the manager of the consortium, in a 5-county area surrounding Staples, you are eligible for a 1% rebate from Sourcewell at the end of the project. So after the truck is delivered and you've paid for it, and I just talked to Sourcewell today to check this, because they may not do their 1% rebate forever, but it is still in effect as of today. And so you're looking at a $3,000 rebate that would come. This is something you would have to do with Sourcewell. We're really not a part of it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Okay, so there's a little $3,000 there. I mean, it all adds up.
Right, exactly, savings is savings.
Yeah, and it's consortium purchasing has become very popular. It's in Minnesota, particularly in the fire apparatus business, because of the complexity of the bid specifications. Basically, companies like Sourcewell work with major manufacturers of fire apparatus, and we have to basically, all these specs are pre-bid, and they've got it in their computer. So as these specs are entered, they get the spec and they can go into their computer and the price comes out. They determine the price,
right.
We don't. That's their job, is to do that. And generally it's proved to be a very